having a few like new unexplained symptoms, I feel a lot of pressure to articulate or to like share them and communicate clearly with the doctor. Hey, good to see you. I have noticed in the last like month or maybe 6 weeks, just this new, very strange, fatigue is the best word I can use, like weakness. These are words I've never, you know, like sometimes I type down my symptoms on my phone so I remember how to tell them to my doctor. And things like fatigue, muscle weakness. Okay. I'm all done. Woo! Good morning. Just finished a telemed appointment. I've only had a few, so I'm still, the first time I had a telemed appointment, the video didn't quite work, so we ended up doing it on the phone. And then my second appointment, the video worked, and this one, the video worked. So I think with
with a lot of practice, the healthcare system is working out the kinks of how to do telemed, because it's really, well, it's convenient because we didn't have to drive anywhere this morning.
It's true, but it's interesting. Before I had a telemed appointment, I thought, oh look, it asks afterward. I was able to connect to my video visit easily. Oh, I thought that meant like connect with the doctor. Oh. I thought that I would really like telemed because I wouldn't have to drive there early in the morning and park and traffic and walking in, and plus just the risk of being in the hospital at this time or the clinic. But I think I find it easier to really connect and communicate super clearly with the doctor. It's better in person. But thankfully, this appointment, we were able to really connect and talk through a lot of things. This was an endocrine appointment, and they are doing some blood work and trying to kind of figure out, you guys know I've talked about this in the last like month or so, just a kind of a new, weird, kind of unexplainable fatigue. And they're gonna do some more testing and try to come up with possible core issue of what's going on. It's just so different for me. I'm just like a go, go, go kind of person. So
it's with Mary's body, there's so many variables that it makes figuring this stuff out pretty difficult. And they're like, thankfully she, the endocrinologist was like, I'm gonna send a message to all of your team.
So my liver,
CF, immunologist, mainly those three. And like, because everybody's looking at Mary's body from kind of a different lens. And I mean, there's also the factor of Mary's on a cellular modulator drug that we don't really know how that might be affecting things. And how, I mean, the other thing is, how is IVIG affecting Mary's blood work and all of these factors. So Mary did a great job of kind of saying, here's what's going on, and talking it through.
Yeah, and you know, when we talked with my CF team and when we talked with the liver team about these symptoms, they say, well, my mind goes to thyroid, or my mind goes to, well, let's look at your labs and see how your liver is doing, and that sort of thing. It's been good to like get everybody's perspective, and now they're gonna all kind of converge. Is that the right word? They're gonna talk, and in the meantime, there's no quick fix, and that's just, it's gotta be okay. You know, it's okay. There's no quick fix. There's probably not gonna be a quick fix.
We are gonna go into the hospital tomorrow to do some more blood work and just kind of checking out Mary's adrenal function and seeing if we might be missing something there. Right. And
it's also interesting because some of the labs, today the doctor was saying, some of the labs might be kind of like falsely falsely high or falsely low, kind of hard to interpret basically because of some of the other factors.
Other medications or IVIG or whatever.
Yeah, so, yeah, it was a lot. I was pretty nervous or overwhelmed before the appointment. I've just been trying to keep a log on my phone of symptoms or possible connections or whatever, just to share with them, kind of like give them the information and then allow them to.
Well, and I think part of it is like, it's been frustrating for Mary the last couple weeks specifically. There's just been so much of that fatigue in the afternoon specifically, and that, you know, Mary said on the appointment just now, like, my lungs are doing well, but I'm stuck on the couch, and that's frustrating. So I think there's
it's
like
just so different.
Yeah, there's a frustration involved in kind of this feeling that she's been experiencing, and so it is like reasonably frustrating, and we're just trying to figure out what's going on. Trying to figure out if there is anything we can do to help it, and yes.
And I was thinking back, I did have this feeling for a season, I think maybe a couple of weeks, where I had this like, am I low? Like, what's going on? Is it my blood sugar? And then it wasn't before I started Trikafta. Like 2 years ago-ish, I remember kind of having this is a weird feeling. Why do I feel low? But then it resolved in a matter of weeks. So we never like looked into it any further. So now that it's back, obviously we've got tests and all of that are gonna potentially point to something. It's just a little bit tricky that the tests might be inconclusive or hard to interpret with my body. So it's just a matter of continuing the conversation and working through it and going in tomorrow and getting blood work multiple times tomorrow and that sort of thing. So we'll see what happens, but
it's a lot to process through. And I think especially like Mary said on Telemed, like there is, I think everybody's experiencing it right now during kind of quarantine. There's this kind of distance between when you're talking through a computer screen. And so we started our Abridge app at the beginning of the appointment so that we'd be able to capture everything, and we're grateful to Abridge for sponsoring this video and being an awesome resource to capture your conversations with your doctor, whether in person or via Telemed or however those conversations are happening right now, and then it compiles the meaningful moments from those conversations and helps you basically have a catalog of what just happened.
Yeah, I've had personal friends and family reach out to me lately and say like, hey, what is that app that helps you when you're at your doctor's appointment or on Telemed? And I always love being able to give that as a resource and, you know, reply back, oh, it's Abridge. I hope it can be helpful for you as it is for me. And I know a ton of you guys are also really thankful for that resource. And so if you haven't done so already, you can check it out. There's a link in the description.
It's free, and we're really grateful for the team at Abridge who really care about putting the patient's record in the patient's hands. It's a couple hours later. Mary and I have kind of debriefed since the overwhelming medical appointment, and we ate some coconut chicken curry. And remind me later, I gotta show you these pickles I made yesterday. Yes. They're these spicy pickles. But while we're sitting here, I was looking at the kind of report from Abridge where it highlights all the medical terms from the recording of our conversation with the doctor. And I wanted to show you guys a really cool feature that Abridge has added. They're always trying to find new ways to make the patient experience better. And this new feature is down here in the bottom, you see this button in this conversation. If you click on that, it brings up medications that were talked about in the conversation. So 2 that we talked about were prednisone and Symbicort, and it gives you a little bit of information about the medication, but the other amazing resources, if you click on the little money icon, it brings up a coupon from GoodRx that you can use at a local pharmacy if you have to pay out of pocket. And
I love that it's just like, show this coupon to your pharmacist. It's not like, click on this link and then go to this place. It's just like, here it is.
Yeah.
Simple, trying to make it usable and doable for you guys.
Yeah, they integrated it right there into the report from your conversation, and it gives you kind of the pricing at local pharmacies. We're just grateful to Abridge for kind of helping make these resources available for patients.
And easily accessible.
Yeah, so
good.
Be sure to check that out. There's a link in the description. And let me show you. I made these pickles with the ingredients that we got at the local farm stand. And okay, so here's what we got. One is garlic and one is ginger, and then the other ingredients in there are the same. So I used jalapenos, habanero peppers. I used the 2 of those, some red onions, a bunch of chopped up cilantro, vinegar, water, salt, and some sugar, some celery seed. Guys, I am a sucker for spicy pickles, and these are so good. They've only been in the fridge for a day now, and I had them with my lunch, and they're so good.
Oh, I literally just missed it. Please don't be, careful.
I'm not being reckless. Mary thinks I'm being reckless.
Okay, I started making a salad, and then Peter ended up coming and taking over.
Well, I really shouldn't have, because I've got a little peanut gallery here on my shoulder.
He literally, before I turned the camera on, went like, wow.
Sometimes you gotta have fun in the kitchen.
Yes, you are having fun and you're doing a good job, and we have mostly all of our fingers still, so.
Most of them.
Anyway, we're gonna have a salad.
It's been kind of a hard day.
It has been, so we're just laughing and having a good time. And
I think it's good to acknowledge hospital appointments, especially when you have something going on that you're trying to figure out.
Unknowns.
Is pretty stressful, and acknowledge that made today kind of stressful.
It really did, and I think part of it is having a few new unexplained symptoms. I feel a lot of pressure to articulate or to share them and communicate clearly with the doctor. And so on top of it being a video call instead of being in person, it just felt like a lot of pressure. I hope that I remember to say all the things that I need to say so that she can make the best decision. But ultimately, we had a good conversation, and we'll see.
Is this your homemade dressing?
Yes, it will need to just be shaken quite well. That's just it's the honey.
Oh, I think it's pretty solid.
But once you get it going, I think it'll break up. I think Peter got the dressing desolidified. And here is some avocado.
Awesome.
And just like that, we have a salad with our leftover Brussels sprouts from yesterday's lunch with some leftover
salmon.
Delish.
Dinner was delicious.
Yes.
And we have a little life hack for you. For my birthday, Mary got me a box of Red Hots because Mary has it in her mind that I really like cinnamon candy.
Oh no.
Which I do. But for some reason, I think you disproportionately think I like cinnamon candy. Would this be true?
It's okay. Well,
I think we.
No.
I'm just gonna show you how beautiful this is.
Oh my goodness. This is working out well.
Oh, man.
We're gonna eat a lot of cinnamon things tonight. Okay, so what our life hack was for you guys, you can buy a box of Red Hots for 98 cents and at Walmart or wherever you shop, I guess. And they are so good.
We've had them in this little candy dispenser and I just spilled them all out.
It did feel a bit loose.
I am so sorry. I did not mean to do that.
There's your life hack for today.
Don't spill them on the table.
They are beautiful.
And?
As always.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Come back for more laughter tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey Ollie, did you finish your dinner? Want to say good night to the people? Good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.